Hey guys, it's a new show. I'm Jessica Alaniz, let's do it. Get your thoughts and prayers ready because Pope Francis has died at the right on time age of 88. The Vatican will now begin a sacred and highly secretive conclave to choose the next pope. No one knows what goes on behind those doors, but if I had to guess, it's probably just duck duck pope. 21 humanoid robots ran a half marathon in Beijing this weekend, and no, it wasn't a mechanical uprising, just another thing we've outsourced to machines. I always knew robots would replace us doing the stuff we hate, like cardio. This week marks the 20th anniversary of the first video ever uploaded to YouTube, a 19-second clip called Me at the Zoo. So happy birthday, YouTube! You went from a guy quietly standing next to an elephant to a guy storming the Capitol dressed like Braveheart's life coach, waving a flag, yelling about democracy during an insurrection. So, a zoo! The NFL draft kicks off Thursday at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Dozens of young players are hoping to change their lives overnight. And that's just the girlfriends watching from the green room. Harvard is suing the Trump administration after it threatened to cut billions in research funding. Trump was especially upset to learn the case would be argued by Harvard Law's top graduate, Elle Woods. What, like it's hard? Good news for travelers. In a push for more transparency, Airbnb will now show the total cost of a stay, including all fees up front. So now you know exactly what you're getting. In a related story, they'll also be posting photos of the creepy shed nearby where anything goes. Dubbing himself the fertilization president, Trump says he wants a baby boom and is looking at ways to encourage women to have more children. Ew. I've heard construction workers catcall less aggressively. Trump called himself the father of IVF. My guy, eggs are expensive. If they were affordable, don't you think more women would be inclined to make an omelet? Donald Trump announced he's reducing the 145% tariffs on Chinese imports, saying they were too high and not sustainable. Trump calling something unsustainable is like chaos complaining things are out of control. Buddy, you are the thing. This is like hearing your drunk uncle say, you know what, I've had enough. And everyone's like, you've had enough? Reducing tariffs to make trade more manageable? Look at him, finally understanding one sentence from his high school econ class. The tariffs were so bad, even Trump's merch was starting to say made in Ohio. Though to be fair, Trump has never understood the economy. He thinks gross domestic product means Don Jr. at Thanksgiving. To Trump, most things aren't sustainable. Tariffs, universities, steaks, casinos, fitness, hair, loyalty, marriages. Honestly, if Trump is lowering something, it's only because he already forgot he raised it. Do you remember early COVID when everyone was stuck at home binge watching Tiger King? Well, Joe Exotic just got married again, this time to a fellow inmate in prison. He said they spent every minute of every day together. You mean like everyone else in prison? Calm down. This isn't The Notebook. Honestly, I respect it. It's hard to find someone who shares your interests, like big cats, mullets, and attempted murder. And they say romance is dead. Nah, it's just doing 25 to life in Oklahoma. Their vows were beautiful. I promise to love you in sickness and health and whatever that smell is. Joe Exotic is proof that even in federal penitentiaries, some people are doing better than me on Hinge. Senator Ron Johnson says he wants to reopen the investigation into 9/11, this time to explore conspiracy theories about the collapse of Building 7. It's not a conspiracy, it's just a bunch of very convenient coincidences stacked neatly in a vertical implosion. The collapse was so clean and so fast, the conspiracy theorists still debate it. Meanwhile, the post office next door was like, drama? Someone's making this about them. I was hit with debris too, Steve, and I didn't murder-suicide everyone. Oh my God, post offices are the worst. Tesla reported a 71% drop in profit this quarter, marking it the first time a Tesla has crashed before autopilot even kicked in. A woman in Florida whose name is Latrance Battle, legally, was arrested for impersonating an ICE agent in order to kidnap her ex-boyfriend's wife. You heard me. She impersonated an ICE agent to abduct her ex-man's new girl. It's the most effort anyone's put into an ex since Adele dropped 21. She wore a fake ICE shirt, carried a two-way radio, flashed a badge, and told the woman she was being taken for immigration issues. Who was on the other end of the two-way radio? Her group chat? I bet they were like, girl, yes, he's not worth it, but do it. She did. And that's why we're covering it in this week's segment, Ice Ice Petty. To be fair, the idea probably made sense to her. There's been an increase in people posing as ICE agents as immigration crackdowns have ramped up. So Latrance looked at that and thought, you know what would really help me heal? A felony? After the abduction, she told the victim they were headed to the sheriff's office, then drove to her apartment complex. Because if you're going to impersonate a federal agent, the one thing you definitely don't need is a federal building. Authorities say the victim only escaped because a neighbor intervened, which is the most Florida sentence ever. Right after a Florida woman impersonated an ICE agent to kidnap her ex-boyfriend's new wife. She was arrested the next day while trying to flee to Alabama. Because if Florida is where crazy starts, Alabama is where it goes to drink and calm down. She now faces multiple charges, including kidnapping, impersonating a federal officer, violating probation, and let's be honest, refusing to let go of a man who filed a restraining order and clearly upgraded. Breaking up used to mean it's over. Now it means I need to intercept your mail and pose as Homeland Security. It's no longer enough to block someone, now you have to fake a government agency and stage a sting at the La Quinta. Dating in 2025 is basically psychological warfare in yoga pants. If your partner isn't stalking your Venmo and pretending to be your therapist, are they even putting in work? Honestly, that's why lying is my love language. You thought of an entire story for me and then remembered it for months and then recalled it on the drop of a dime? I love. And then doubled down when I ask questions? Okay, creative writer, Disney Imagineer, red carpet Emmy Awards. Latrance Battle impersonated ICE just to confront the woman her ex married. Honestly, it's insane, but also kind of refreshing to see someone still believe in commitment. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It helps more than peeing on your friend when they've been stung by a jellyfish. I'm Jessica Alaniz, and I'll see you next week. Bye.